The Miami Dolphins said that they were going to focus on the offensive line. Are they? What is up, Finn fans? I had a mic stand, but that sucker had my mic crooked as butt. And I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to hold it again because I like this new camera angle. It looks like these things are more even versus when I sat over here a little bit more. This was a little closer than that. Like I said, this season, I am upping the channel to 1,000. Like, I am really giving you guys and girls the best content quality that I've ever given, being that in March it will be 7 years I've been doing this. So I'm trying to give you the best stuff that I can get, and this is it. So the Miami Dolphins said that they're going to take this seriously. They're talking about offensive line. So we're going to be talking about guards a little bit. Barry Jackson came out with a fantastic article kind of talking about the guard position. Are they going to actually do anything about it and all that good stuff? But before we jump into that, I have to shout out today's sponsor, and that is my man, Sean Seipler with Clean the World. They recently hit their 16-year anniversary. Their quinceañera. Is that 15? But they've been doing it for 16 years. The stuff that this corporate, it's not just Clean the World. It's the Wash Foundation as well that gets water to people of need. Like the things that Sean and these corporations and everything that he does, 9,000 hotels across the globe recycle their hotel soaps and bottles amenities with Clean the World. 9,000. Four Seasons, Caesars, Sands, hotels from the Hilton, all those things. 9,000 of them. They recycle 1.4 million hotel rooms daily and send 70 million bars of soap to children and families in 127 countries. This is probably up there with my favorite sponsorship because of what he does for the people of need. He also has merchandise you've seen me wear. Wash your hands, bro. If you feel like donating, you can as well, to help him help more people around the world, whether it's natural disasters, whether it's the homeless, whether it's third world countries. Go check. He even at one point was helping kids with backpacks and school supplies. Go check them out, cleantheworld.org, and also you could check out their other foundation, the Wash Foundation. I will link everything in the description below. Sean, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. So, Barry Jackson article, Dolphins will seek help at guard. A look at veteran options, best fits, and Oline notes. So I saw this and I was like, I'm going to push back my videos I got planned because I got a lot of videos planned this week. I'm going to push them back to tomorrow and Friday. I'm thinking tomorrow we're going to look at the AFC East, and I'm thinking Friday we're going to look at who the Dolphins should re-sign. We're getting close. So the next week, we got about a week and a half until tampering period starts, and it's getting close. We're getting close. So he says, aside from backup quarterback, there's no bigger off-season priority than finding 2 high-level starting guards. Yes, 1,000,000%. And the Dolphins will have plenty of options. Nearly 40 guards will be free agents, including several very good starters. Among impending free agents, Pittsburgh's James Daniels. You guys know about him. I've talked about him ad nauseum, about the Dolphins potentially trading for him. The Colts' Will Fries, Detroit's Kevin Zeitler, Kansas City's Trey Smith, Chicago's Tevin Jenkins, San Francisco's Aaron Banks. He's a possibility, especially with the connection with Mike McDaniel. The Eagles' Mekhi Becton, who really turned his career around going to the Eagles. Baltimore's Patrick McCare, and Carolina's Austin Corbett would all be appealing options. Among 75 qualifying NFL guards this season, Pro Football Focus rated Zeitler 3rd best, Smith 10th best, and Jenkins 14th best. Daniels season ended in week 4 after a torn Achilles, so Miami's probably going to sign him. Fry's season ended in week 5 with a fractured tibia. He'll probably be a Dolphin as well. And Corbett's season ended week 5 because of a torn bicep. Well, either they're going to sign all 3 of them. It's a joke, but it isn't a joke because Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer love to sign these guys coming off of injuries. PFF rated Banks 33rd among guards last season. He started all 43 games he played for the 49ers since the start of 2022. Again, I will look at all these when I talk about free agents the Dolphins should sign and kind of look at what the money would be. Becton, who disappointed as a tackle with the Jets, became a very good guard with the Eagles, just won a Super Bowl. McCary has started 53 games for Baltimore over 7 seasons, including the last 17 seasons. PFF has him ranked at 71. Zach Martin, a 9-time Pro Bowl guard, had ankle surgery last season and hasn't said if he's playing next season. Nope. I'm not even gonna read the rest of it. No, do not. He's got one foot out the door. I'm good. Move on from that. Among other impending free agents and their PFF rankings for 2024, provided they play enough quality games to qualify, Arizona's Will Hernandez, Arizona's Evan Brown, Tampa Bay's Ben Brenson, the Vikings' Dalton Reisner. I've been talking about Dalton Reisner. How many times have we been like, Dalton Reisner, go out and get Dalton Reisner. God, we need Dalton Reisner. He's available. Chicago's Matt Pryor, Saints' Lucas Patrick, Houston's Kenyon Green, and Seattle's Lincoln Tomlinson. Lincoln Tomlinson's a possibility. But again, I will talk about all these in a video coming up. Both of Miami's starting guards in 2024 are free agents. PFF ranked left guard Robert Jones 60th and right guard Liam Eichenberg 70th out of 75. Good soup. Part-time starters available in free agency include Pittsburgh's Nate Herbig, Philadelphia's Sua Apata? I'm so sorry. Fred Johnson and Las Vegas' Cody Whitehair, Cincinnati's Cody Ford, and Carolina's Brady Christensen. I am not touching any Cincinnati Bengals offensive linemen because if they cannot stay on the Bengals who need offensive lineman help, I do not want them on the Dolphins. Who would be the best fit for Miami's zone blocking scheme among those free agents? Though Daniels and Fry's seasons were cut short by injury, they finished 2nd and 5th respectively as run blockers according to PFF. Zeitler was 3rd. The Dolphins badly need guards who can move people in the run game. Yes, 100%. Our run game kind of disappeared last year. Whereas the year prior, we had a good run game when Isaiah Wynn and Robert Hunt were out there. And then they both, one of them got injured, kind of fell apart. A veteran NFL evaluator said Fries, Daniels, Becton, and Banks would be ideal fits for Miami's zone blocking scheme. PFF ranked Becton 21st and Banks 23rd as run blockers. Conversely, Eichenberg ranked 81st as a run blocker, and Jones was slotted 96th among 134 guards who played in the NFL. That is why we struggled. And that is why, what game was it? Oh, it was the game. It was the game where Devon Achane ran one in for the touchdown. And some people thought he probably should have just took a knee and then we could have ended the game instead of, what game was that? It was home. It was against 49ers. Woo! I got it. And that's because Isaiah Wynn went in at right guard and when they took Liam Eichenberg out in that instant. Funny how that works. Though they aren't traditional zone blocking linemen, the evaluators also spoke highly of Hernandez, Jenkins, and McCary. The view here, spending the money on to sign Daniels, Fries, Zeitler, Banks, Becton, Smith, Jenkins, and McCary. That's the view. Though the Dolphins obviously must improve on Eichenberg and Jones, neither finished among the worst 20 yards in pressures allowed. Robert Jones allowed 5 sacks, which was tied for 12th among guards. Among free agents, Chief Smith did not allow a single sack in 708 pass blocking chances, and the 49ers Banks allowed only 1. The opposite end among free agents, Pryor allowed 7 sacks, Tomlin 6, Green 6, Martin and Zeitler 5 apiece. Eichenberg allowed only 2, and Dalton Reisner none. PFF ranked the Dolphins' Aaron Brewer ninth among 43 qualifying centers. Among all 63 centers who appeared in a game this season, Brewer was ranked 11th as a run blocker. The Dolphins' inability to consistently run between the tackles was more a guard issue than a center, though Brewer wasn't a powerful in the run game over the final half of the season. As a pass blocker, Brewer permitted only 2 sacks and 14 pressures on 714 pass blocking snaps. That was a dramatic improvement from his 2023 season in Tennessee, where he yielded 6 sacks and 34 pressures. Credit Brewer offensive line coach Butch Barry and Tua Tagovailoa's quick release. I was just going to say that because when he in 2023 he had either Will Levis the rookie or he had Ryan Tannehill, and we all know how Ryan Tannehill does in the pocket, aka concrete feet. Among 81 qualifying tackles, PFF ranked Teron Armstead 3rd, Kendall Lamb 34th, Austin Jackson 61st, and Patrick Paul 79th. We don't know what's going on with Teron Armstead. He said that he will meet with the Dolphins at the end of February. Knock, knock, who's there? It is the end of February. And then he will decide if he's going to retire. And if he decides he doesn't want to retire, then the Miami Dolphins will let him know what they decide to do with him and his $20-something million cap hit. Those rankings sell Jackson short as a run blocker. His absence due to his knee injury magnified his value as an outside zone runner. He allowed 3 sacks and 15 pressures and 312 pass blocking snaps. By comparison, Armstead yielded 3 sacks and 16 pressures and 501 post blocking snaps. Though Paul certainly has potential, the Dolphins will be taking a step back if they replace Armstead with Paul this season, something that might be necessary because Armstead's cap hit is big and he has durability issues. Just said that, and I did not read this article before talking. Paul permitted 3 sacks and 15 pressures and 229 blocking chances, so he yielded the same amount of sacks and fewer pass blocking snaps than Armstead played, and 83 fewer pass blocking snaps than Jackson played. What's more, PFF rated Armstead the 4th best run blocking tackle in football and rated Paul the worst at 81. So there might be growing pains in the 2nd round pick if he replaces Armstead in 2025. So in a nutshell, there is a plethora, an absolute plethora of guards in free agency that the Dolphins can tap into. And I'm saying this because when it comes to going into the draft, you want to go into the draft BPA, best player available. That is what you want to go into. So when you're sitting there at 13, if the safety falls to you, if the tight end falls to you, if one of these pass rushers, linebackers, corners, whatever, if they fall to you, and on the big board, whether it's your big board, PFF's big board, PFN's big board, Sports Illustrated, NFL.com, CBS, whatever big board you want to look at, if you're picking at 13 and there's 3 of them on there that are you have your offensive lineman, but you have 3 top guys that are still available, and your offensive lineman on your big board is like 6th down, you can either go with the BPA or trade down and pick up more draft picks, right? Because if you're sitting there at 13 and somebody's interested, do it. Now, before you start yelling at me in the comment section, I've been clamoring and talking about the fact that the Dolphins need to address the trenches for years. So don't come at me saying, no, get the trenches. But because my point of saying that is, you go out and you sign these guards that I just named, like 8 of them. Then you go into the draft not needing to take Banks in the 1st round, not needing to take these guards or tackles in the 1st round. And you can take Warren, I think that's the guy, because again, I haven't done my full research yet because I normally do it after free agency. But you can take the tight end, you can take the safety, you can take the pass rusher or the defensive lineman or the linebacker with that 13th pick, or trade down if you just address it in free agency. Because there's some good guards out there in free agency. And all of a sudden you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want. And that's what they need to do. Go out and grab some vets, double down, triple down, quadruple down on these positions in free agency and in the draft. So, I don't know what I've titled this video yet, but I'm really hoping that they stick to what they say they're going to do and they address the guard position and they address the offensive line, because there was a let me see if I can pull it up. There was a chart I saw that kind of reiterated I can't use my words. Reinforced what I was talking about, right? So this is EPA per drop back in the pocket. So this is like expected points above when you stay in the pocket is here, right? So you got like, oh, this guy sucks in the pocket. Ooh, this guy's really good in the pocket, versus EPA drop back out of the pocket. So if you are high here, that means you do perform very well in the pocket. If you're high here, so say like Drew Lock performs very well outside the pocket, horrible in the pocket. What you want to be is like here with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, even Jared Goff. That's crazy. Where they perform really well inside the pocket and really well outside the pocket. What is the point of me showing you this? Tua Tagovailoa. He's below, and these dotted red lines are league average. He is below the league average when it comes to his performance outside of the pocket. But when it comes to his expected points inside the pocket, he is what? 1, 2. He is third in the NFL when it comes to, he's better than Justin Herbert. God dang. He's better than Justin Herbert inside and outside the pocket. But he is the third best quarterback when it comes to EPA inside the pocket. So if that's the case, you build an offensive line around him, because he's not going anywhere in 2025. Financially, he cannot. So stop crying about it. Give him a vet backup, because I don't trust him to stay healthy, and build an offensive line so if the vet backup isn't as good, you can still run the ball. Trenches, trenches, trenches. Double down free agency, and if you can, double down in the draft. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I do apologize that I'm holding the mic. Or if you don't really care, then cool, I'll keep doing it. I got a mic stand coming tomorrow. If it sucks like this one, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll wear my lav. Just hands-free it. But I like the sound of this microphone better. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be looking at the storylines, or whatever, the state of the AFC East going into free agency. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.